name's Dylan Hewitt.
Jared.
Justin.
I'm Tim.
Hunter.
My name is Jace.
Michael Wright.
Thanks, Jacob.
And we're the ElecTrojans.
This year, the Oxford Invitational Youth Robotics Challenge gave us a very difficult robot design. This robot has to move 6 predetermined parts from a loading bay to a corresponding spot on a predetermined sheet. This means the robot needs to be able to move in many different axes and hold multiple shapes of parts. Our robot features a 2-axis design. It has a main x-axis that manipulates the robot across the loading grid, and a y-axis to manipulate it across vertically on the loading grid. Designing the robot took a number of days. The team had to determine how to move a main holding system in both an X and Y axis, and through some design work we were able to establish a sliding rail system that manipulates both the X and the Y axes. The robot determines what part has been loaded using a designed loading bay, which is able to detect the color, whether the object place has been hollowed, and whether the object is heavy enough to identify whether it's metal or not. Once the object has been identified, the robot then grabs the object and moves it to the corresponding spot on the predetermined grid. Those who have worked on big projects know the last 9% of any project is what takes the longest, and that 9% that we've had to deal with consists of some complications with opening the loading bay, and that's been one of the biggest challenges engineering thus far, is not moving everything and establishing what the objects are, but actually being able to get the objects out of their loading bay. Throughout the whole experience, the team's been very cooperative. They work together exceptionally up until we get to very complicated parts in which specific team members who have the expertise tend to step up, and they go above and beyond what I've seen before and step up, take control, and they make sure that what needs to be done is done. Because of the large number of people we had on the team this year, we ended up dividing our team up into multiple groups based on the specialty. So we have a number of people working on the video portion of the contest. We have 4 people working on the engineering side, 1 or 2 people working on the programming, and then anybody who finds themselves not doing anything, or they want something else to do outside of their work area, they can go and work on our presentation. This has allowed us to be very proactive, and we're able to work super efficiently to the point that we're meeting all the deadlines very effectively. Unfortunately, this year we weren't able to get a mentor, so we were on our own essentially, and we worked through with the great minds that we have on the team to be able to solve all the issues that we came across in the process of building. Had we had a mentor, we might have reached out a little more, and we might have been able to get a little more insight, and may not have been stuck on certain items for so long. The contest this year was quite the challenge, but I think the team has handled it effectively, especially with a number of newcomers to the team, and because of that I think the team's going to be doing great this year at the official competition on the 21st. The programming for this robot was complex compared to previous years. It pulls on a lot of logic and being able to store data, and being very precise because of the intensity and the precision of the robot. And because of that, the programming took a longer time than it has in previous years, and is also very the programming has required a lot of tinkering, and the programming has even led to some modifications to the robot just to make it easier for those who are programming. We always joke about the code for this one because it branches out the farther down you go, so we always joke that it looks like a Christmas tree. It's just if statements, nestled in if statements, nestled in loops, and it's a very complex thing compared to previous years because it's no longer a sequential robot as much as it is an official, very much integrated robot. We'd like to thank the Oxford Invitational Youth Robotics Challenge for once again putting on a great challenge this year. We can't wait to be able to see everybody at the competition and see our competitors, see how we stack up, and we hope that it'll be a good time as it has been in previous years.
That wire is really getting in the way now.
Oh,
It did it! It did it!